Welcome back to Faithfully Ever After. I'm Maya,
I'm Alex.
and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
This is our partial Christmas episode.
Partial or all? We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But before we do anything, Alex, I believe you have a scripture for me.
Yes, Isaiah 9:6. For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government will be on his shoulders. And he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace.
Sounds beautiful.
What does that mean?
It means my mic was off.
Yeah. Now what does it mean? Tell me.
And now it means that Christmas is the coming of Christ, and that's
Yeah.
what we celebrate on that day.
Jesus is the reason for the season. It's not
That's
about
right.
all the gifts. It's not about, the things that they make it out to be in the media, but the true reason for the season is Jesus.
What was that? Your laptop.
I don't know.
It's the laptop. That's okay. I love it. Tis the season to ignore it. So I know that you said the media does it, but can I say I also like giving gifts? I do like giving. Not receiving is not so much, but I like giving. Tell me you don't like giving gifts.
I'm the same.
He's a big giver.
Yeah, I love giving.
Your
I
love
will-
language is
yeah.
giving.
I will
gifts.
give and give and give, and it actually upsets me when I receive. I
Yeah.
don't want it.
Yeah.
I want to
Can
give,
you imagine what that's like for me?
and let me be happy. Let me be happy giving, because that's what I like to do.
What about for you, Maya? Were you raised like okay? Now, actually, this is great. Before we say anything, though, I do like the festive vibe on this table. We have a candle, we have a snow globe, we have cookies. Do you guys really decorate the home in Christmas time? Do you like decorating?
I am like November 1st decorator.
yeah.
Right after Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
It's an
Like-
all day event.
It's-
All
And
day
it
event.
is.
You
And
didn't
Alex
see
is
the stuff when
dragged
it
in
came
there?
in the
And
door.
I know
Oh yeah,
it's,
it's an all
and
day
I know
event.
it's supposed to be joyful, but I'm a little bit like crazy about it, and so it tends to be a little bit hectic.
Now, are you talking about Christmas lights, inside tree, decorations inside? Are you talking about the whole shebang?
The whole shebang. Like I've got garland all up my railings with lights on them and
Brother, I wake up
snowflakes.
to it above my bed, man. Let me tell you, it's not.
The house actually feels really crowded because it's very overdone, but I would have it no other way.
It feels cozy though.
Yeah, feels like home.
So if I can give you 2 or 3 days a year where I can guarantee we're gonna have an argument, that's the day.
Really?
November 1st is one of the days.
But,
yeah.
Decorating.
so the question is, have you always been like this? Have your families been like this?
Christmas was a big deal for the kids growing up. Yeah, we did in my household. We did the Santa Claus. Yeah, you
It's
turned
off.
it off.
I turned it off.
So-
the ghost,
It's
the ghost
actually-
of Christmas
it's actually-
past.
It's off.
The ghost of Christmas past, and I'm
So
keeping
what's
this in the
that sound?
podcast. It's either a plane is about to hit our house or something is happening.
Hold on.
That's okay. All this is staying in the podcast. So go ahead.
Yeah, let me. I'll be back.
When we do podcasts, and this is why I think this might even be perfect for this episode, there are elements that we deal with. Everyone thinks that as soon as I say action, everything is rosy. Is it usually like that, guys?
No, the dog, the heat.
The
The
cat.
cat ringing the
dryer
bells,
and
the
the
dryer,
washer, the-
laundry. Yeah.
But yet we produce something. See, look, this dog.
Amazon at the door, the dog barking.
That's
yeah.
right. We had also our
Mailman.
guest, and the dog went absolutely nuts. What was his name
Yes.
again?
Kevin.
Kevin.
was here.
Poor Kevin.
So now, but this actually brings me back. Don't worry. While this thing is in the background and everyone understands and appreciates it, Christmas. Now, do you like hosting people where you can give an abundance of food? Because we're the Italian vibe, at least.
He would,
yeah.
100%. If I'm just going to be real for a second, Christmas is a really big day in the church. And I am serving, and I'm a pastor, so I'm full-blown Christmas Eve, big Christmas service. Christmas is one of those times a year where people are most open to the hope of Christmas. They are looking for, it's all around us, and you hear about it, and there's talks of the meaning of Christmas and Jesus. And so it draws a lot of people in. And so it's a big time of year for me in terms of work. I hate using the word work for what I do. It doesn't feel always like work. I love what I do, but yeah, it's a lot for me. So for me, hosting has become a little bit more difficult when it comes to at home.
Yeah, two of the seasons,
Easter and
and
Christmas.
Christmas are a little more hectic, but
So which one do you feel in your family and in your mindset is a bigger holiday? Is it Easter or is it Christmas? Or do they equally play a vital role?
well, Easter is the bigger of the holidays, but in our home, they're both equally
Celebrated.
celebrate, yeah.
Yeah, in terms of family get
Yeah.
together.
Family and
Yep.
Now, Christmas initially started as a Savior is born, essentially, right? Now, do we know if December the 25th is the actual date?
No, it is not. They say likely, I believe it's around. Oh, I got to fact check. I don't know. I get Easter and Christmas mixed up, which is which. Is it
while
fall?
Alex does that, Maya, I have a follow-up question to that. When it comes to Christmas, and you say that you're very active and busy at the church, why do you feel that there's this uptick in people really coming to church and being a part of the community? Why do you think Christmas time is usually the time?
Well, what we actually celebrate at Christmas is the birth of Jesus. So I think it just gets that into people's minds. I also think that, even just, I was saying it to Alex this week, actually. I'm like, I feel this Christmas, like we're back to maybe where we were like 5-6 years ago. Like culturally, I feel like,
pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID is what I said, because somebody paid for his coffee in the line of Tim's twice.
Twice. I actually had...
Twice in 1 week, somebody in front of him paid for his coffee.
Yeah, in less than a week, I had 2 coffees paid for in the lineup. And I was, even the lady at the window, when I went, she's like, oh, it's paid for. I'm like, again? Like that, I kind of just
Yeah.
blurted that out because I didn't understand.
So
And
can
we
I?
had
Can
people-
I do that? I do that. I do it. Pay it forward.
I-
When I'm
I
in the line,
actually-
I'll say I'll pay for the guy's coffee. Or
So
whatever.
I do it as well, but I've never had it done
Twice
to me.
in 1 week, guys.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot. And then we also had people approach, just being like, do you know any families in need that we can help this Christmas? And I think it's a time of year where we're focused on others, on giving. Like you said, we like to give gifts. We like to bless others. And so I think there's like this atmosphere to Christmas of not being so we live in a world where people are very self-focused. It's all about me kind of thing. So I think this is the one time a year where we really do consider others. And yeah, so I think Christmas altogether, just what the season brings, that hope, that joy, when we reflect on what, the beginning of time, what Christmas was, why we celebrate it with the true meaning of it. I think it's just the time of year that people are most open to it.
You guys want to have some fun? Watch this. We don't need to fact check anything. Hey, we want to know, when was Christmas actually decided on the December 25th, or was it actually on another date?
When was Jesus
Hey,
born?
how's it going? So the date of Christmas being celebrated on December 25th has a bit of history behind it. Basically, the early Christian church didn't have a universally fixed date for Jesus' birth. It wasn't until around the 4th century that December 25th started to become the commonly accepted date. There are a few theories why. Some tie it to the Roman festival of Saturnalia or the winter solstice celebrations, but by the time we hit the mid-300s AD, the church settled on December 25th, and that's how it's stuck ever since.
There we go.
So I got to be honest with you. At times, because I'm so wrapped up in the gift giving and Christmas and Jesus and everything, I don't really think about anything other than, no, it's December 25th. That's it. It's done. Do a lot of people that come to your church think the same way? That they don't look at the history, more so the experience of it all?
We actually, at church, we were just talking about the story leading up to. So everybody comes with a Savior is born, but there was so much that happened in between the main narratives of the story. So yes, I think that a lot of people are very geared, and it's okay. Like I'm not saying it in a bad way, but a lot of people are very geared to the birth of Christ. But there's a lot of the story leading up to the birth of Christ that is left out. It's the pastor referred to them as the footnotes, and we don't necessarily read the footnotes that explain the whole story.
Maya, do you feel the same about all that?
Yeah. And I think there's I know people who don't celebrate on the exact day too.
Well,
But
why
yeah.
do you think that is? Why do you think they don't celebrate it on the exact date?
I think for some people, like, there's specific church people who I know people who are committed 100% to being at church on Christmas, whether it be Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, which makes it hard. Sometimes people will celebrate afterwards. We do a Christmas Eve candlelight service, so sometimes people will go celebrate afterwards. But I think because of the church focus, Christ focus, people are so committed to that they would choose another date. And some people, it's just, you know, what works best for their family. A lot of people have a lot of stuff going on with different families. You have mixed families or, you know, split families. And so trying to accommodate all that, I think it's just what works.
Now, I'm going to have a little fun with this. I want to ask you guys a few questions about the Christmas holidays. You tell me how you feel. All right, number one, what is your favorite day when it comes to Christmas? Is it Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
Growing up my whole life was Christmas morning, of course, right?
Oh,
Like
okay.
Santa came.
Okay. And as for us Italians,
Well, for me, most of my gifts were open before the second week of December, so Christmas Day was
Actually-
just for we would eat. That was the
Really?
big thing. Christmas.
So
Day.
I know a lot of Italians who do midnight.
Yes.
Like they stay
Yeah.
up really late
Us.
Christmas Eve. Do you?
and we would open the gifts.
yeah.
Yeah, but we
Right.
never did that.
I never did that
we
either.
never did that. We
Now-
never stayed up till midnight.
Okay, so that's number one. Number two, what is your favorite Christmas festive colors now? I know you guys are both wearing red, but what would be your favorite color of the Christmas season?
Ooh.
I learned this year that I like green and blue and white together.
Green and blue and white.
Okay.
What's
Those
happening
are
there,
the colors
Alex?
of our Christmas lights on our house. That's so you
That's
need
why I
some
like them.
context when it's dark outside and they're glowing on the house.
But would you wear those colors on you? Like like for example, your favorite color for the tis the season is red?
Would be red.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alex? You lumberjack?
Yeah, I
Okay,
don't,
but that like deep hunter green is really in right
The
now.
deep hunter
Yeah.
green is
That's
nice.
nice.
I don't really do Christmas colors. What I'm wearing right now
Is this Christmas
my,
that you're going to get?
This is my Christmas pajama for the 25th in the morning.
Ah.
Outside
Him
of
and
that,
AJ were matching today.
yeah. Outside of that, I don't do Christmas colors.
You just dress accordingly.
I just dress accordingly. to
Now,
the weather.
there's one very important figure that somehow trickled into the Christmas spirit. Nothing church related, nothing Christmas. Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Now, Santa, at times, is more important than Jesus himself. Let's be honest. For kids, he is the man.
He was in my house.
Yeah.
And I'm
My house
like,
too.
yeah, right? It's like, so we both come from we weren't born into Christian families and homes. So I don't know if I would guess for you too, it was probably the same thing. But for us, it was all around Santa. I remember like overjoyed at the idea of putting out the cookies. And then in the morning, and can't forget the carrots for the reindeers. So I remember putting all of that out. And then in the morning, having the milk spilt on the table and the crumbs. And I was like, he came. And it
Well,
was.
you did this. Did you do this for AJ?
We did. So I know some Christians struggle with just keeping the focus on Jesus because
Sure.
that's what it's about. Because of the impact that Santa still had on me, and I could do, like, I learned both and I was able to appreciate both. I wanted AJ to have both. I think it was important to
yeah,
experience
but
both.
you remember, because he grew up in the church, he learned very early that Santa Claus wasn't the reason for the season.
Yes.
But you know, he's smart because he never ever led on that he knows Santa wasn't real because he was afraid the gifts were going to stop. And when we actually confronted him and said, "Hey, listen,
Like
I
you
got
should
to
have done a
talk to you."
disclaimer. If there's children
Oh,
around,
oh,
plug
yeah.
your ears.
Not for kids,
No,
not
no,
for
Not
kids.
for kids.
But yeah, that's what it was. And I remember having that conversation with him. He's like, you know, guys, I already knew this a few Christmases ago.
So,
Yeah.
so
But we started our own traditions. Like AJ
Such
baked
as?
a cake for Jesus,
Oh.
and he played the piano. The Happy Birthday, was it the Happy Birthday song?
It was.
that we-
that's
Yeah.
amazing.
So we tried to be like, okay, how do we also get a strong focus on Jesus in our home? How do we bring that in? I know people who read the Book of Luke on Christmas, which
What's
is
that?
the Christmas story, like like the birth of Jesus,
And
like what he was saying, the things leading up to, you know, when
Say that again. What's it
Mary
called?
conceived the
What-
Book of Luke in the Bible.
So a lot of people might not know this.
Yeah.
I don't know this. So if I don't know this, I'm going to assume a lot of the listeners don't know this. So the book of Luke was the inception story of
Yeah.
Jesus being born in the manger and all that.
Yep. So if you're curious
Ah.
about, you know, what the story is at Christmas that we really celebrate in Jesus' birth.
Well, may I ask
Take a
why the
look at
book of Luke? Because Luke is the one who wrote the story? Or based on his
His
account of it?
Yes. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
And that's where you get all the footnotes, right? So you actually sit and read it from start to finish. You'll get all the footnotes in between, and you'll understand the true story of Christmas.
Like
Not
Mary and
just-
Joseph even before the birth
Yeah.
and, you know, Elizabeth and so
Yeah,
it's-
and her journey, John the Baptist, Jesus's cousin, and how that played out. So there's a lot of moving parts to it. We just mainly celebrate the of Jesus, but there's a lot more.
There's a lot of things happening off camera.
That's right.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
So-
Well said.
So there is one more piece of information that we cannot, because I know we're going to have a lot of people saying, well, you didn't mention this. Guys, I need to know, what is your favorite Christmas movie? Or at least give me your top 2.
Okay.
Well,
There's one that's come out recently.
my wife's favorite movies are now
already
my
know.
favorite movies. 'Cause that's what I have to watch.
You have to sit down and watch it. All right, so Maya first. What? Now you just said one came out.
Yeah, there's one that came out a few years back. We went to go see it in theaters. I don't know if you remember. The Star. That one's really cute. It's good for kids.
Is it an animation?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
that one's really cute. It's good for kids. It's funny.
Now
so
give
that's
me
really
your top
nice.
2. Other
But
than that.
if you're talking about not the Christmas Story, then easily hands down Home Alone.
Hey,
Home
there he is.
Alone
Kevin.
is a classic. Yes.
Kevin. So you're all about Home Alone. Alex.
By default, I'm about Home Alone.
Home Alone is default for
Yeah.
everyone.
you're
usually.
just saying that you're like I can't think of any. So I'm
Yeah,
That's not true.
I don't
That's not true.
necessarily have a favorite.
There's Christmas
movie.
Vacation, which is the
Yes.
National
Oh, yeah.
Lampoon's
Yes.
Christmas
Yeah,
Vacation.
that's a good one.
There is the Polar Express. There is the new one called Klaus. Have you seen that with Santa Claus?
No, I haven't.
I've seen the
It's
preview. I
excellent.
don't know if we've watched it. I
Then
think we did.
there's obviously the Grinch.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
I
one's
like-
pretty good
yeah.
too, Klaus. Actually,
That's
Yeah.
amazing. And
he
then
likes the Grinch.
have you guys seen the newest one, which came about 3-4 years ago? It's called the Christmas Chronicles
No, that
with
one's
Yes.
with
Yes, we
Russell
have.
with
Yes, we
Kurt
have.
Russell. He's Santa Claus,
Yeah.
and they make it as authentic as possible.
Yeah.
It's like every kid wakes up in the morning and says, "I wish I could catch Santa on camera," and they do.
Oh,
Super cool.
yeah.
So when it comes to Christmas movies, for me, it's always going to be Home Alone, obviously, and Christmas Vacation.
Home Alone.
Home
Yes.
Alone is
I'm
the
just
staple.
gonna say it again.
Now, do you guys watch it on certain dates? Because there are certain people who say, no, it's got to be Christmas Day or Christmas Eve. We got to watch that one.
I think we'll watch Christmas
Starting December 1st.
starting during the month because the day of is typically busy.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're getting
because we're
ready.
hosting
We're
too, so we're getting
hosting,
ready for
right? Yeah,
everybody.
Christmas Eve. It's usually here as well, so we usually do Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Yeah, so I'm working Christmas Eve and then get home after Christmas Eve and we jump right into.
Most people work Christmas Eve. I disagree with that. That's maybe for another episode. But
Yeah.
we do work.
No,
a
but I
lot.
mean like Eve. So not the day of.
Yeah,
I'm
Christmas
also-
Eve. Not the day of. Christmas Eve.
The night of.
It's
Really?
unfortunate.
I thought
Oh,
things
wait,
usually
wait, wait.
closed early on
Oh,
Christmas.
you're
Eve.
working
Candlelight service.
Christmas Eve.
Yes. Yeah, the candlelight service. We have a candlelight service happening.
Oh, what time?
6 o'clock this year. We bumped it up.
The perfect time. Bumped it up?
Yeah, we usually do 6:30 to 7:30, but I think to try and so people can still have dinner plans and come before
Beautiful.
dinner.
Well, listen, guys. It comes the time where I have to ask you, number one, where people can find you, but I don't want to do that this episode because people know where they can find us. But I do want you to give them one special Merry Christmas wish, one special thought that they can be left with. I put you on the spot, but sometimes being put on the spot is the best thing. So, Maya, we start with you. Or maybe Alex, we start with you.
Yeah. I mean, listen, at Christmas time, if I can leave anybody with a thought, I would leave them with, 2025 was a difficult year for us here. And I'm sure we're not the only ones who felt it. But just take a minute to really reflect on the year that's passed and the things that we have to be grateful for, because those are really the most important things. And I know we lose track sometimes in our life because we're so caught up in the noise. But, celebrate the season for what it's meant to be celebrated. Christmas, Christ, family, friends, and don't let that slip away.
Yeah.
Perfectly said.
I would say fix your eyes on Jesus. We talked about Prince of Peace, wonderful counselor. And I think I don't want to oversee that. There's a lot of hurt and things that people struggle with. When you lose a family member in a year and you go through your first Christmas without them, there's things that people are going through. So just, amidst the difficult moments, people have family stuff, just focus on Jesus. Remember the reason for the season. Remember that there's hope. If you're somebody who is struggling, reach out. This is a great time to get connected to a church and find community and experience the love of Jesus at Christmas.
And what we always say, Alex, at the end of every episode. That
Rooted
is,
in faith.
Growing in love.
That's
That's
faithfully
faithfully
ever
ever
after.
after.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.